Hey yo, what we're saying is your boy AJ, and this time we're going to look at a different kind of concept. So this time we're going to go over the history of Gogeta versus Vegito in Dokkan. I have pretty much, as you can see here, all of the main Gogeta and Vegito units in Dokkan up until this point, in order by release date, let me just clarify this up, by JP release date. And you can see this is a pretty interesting trend, and you'll see, and I'll talk about it more when we get to it. So starting things off, first anniversary of the game, 4th of February 2016, was SDR Super Gogeta. Now this guy does, before this, for 2016, early 2016, mid 2016 for global, this was good. Believe it or not, this was good. Obviously he did get an EZA in 2019, as you can see here. 10th of January on JP, but 25th of Feb on global. It came very, very quickly for global. I wonder why. His EZA is good. It's definitely outdated, I think. In terms of the other one, which you're going to see sooner, is a lot better. But yeah, this was the very first fusion unit we had on the game, and honestly, like, it was pretty high. I wasn't around originally for this guy. I came in when these guys came out, pretty much. I came into Dokkan around that sort of time. So all these units before, this guy up until the 3-year units, I pretty much just pulled on banners that, had these units featured. After that, we moved into the first Vegito unit, and I remember from what I've seen, this guy was insanely hype. So he had damage reduction of 80 -8% and encounters. Gave allies a buff on his super attack. This is before EZA. After his EZA, raised allies attack by 35%. Attack and defense unconditional. The damage reduction is the same, but you can foresee enemy super attack as well. And there was a bit of a gap between his EZA on JP and global. Probably this is normally the gap we are used to, so like 4 or 5 months maybe. Really good link set though, really good link set. This guy linked with one of the very latest Vegitos is pretty good. But yeah, so that was the first Gogeta, and that was the first Vegito in the game. And then we moved on to this guy. Came out on 17th of November 2016, and I think this pretty much coincided with Vegito Blue and Rose and all that sort of stuff appearing in the anime, if I'm not mistaken. So that's why they kind of cashed in on all these guys. So launched additional attacks, each which has the chance to become a super attack, and obviously had the damage received -30 encounters. So the exact same sort of thing as this Vegito. And after EZA, you guys all know about this guy's EZA. He is probably up there for one of the best EZAs in the game, arguably. The unconditional attack and defense again. Launches 2 additional attacks, or great chance of launching up to 2 additional attacks, each with a chance to become super. Damage received -40 from normals and counters, and then greatly raised attack and defense for 1 turn on super. So yeah, pretty good. He was actually a global first EZA as well, because once they did all the, I think they called it the Neo Gods, so the guys like SGR, Mega Shenron, AGL, Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken Goku. Once they did all those guys, it was down to this Vegito and the AGL Rose, and they pretty much let you guys vote for who you want to see EZA first. And pretty much it was on the global side, and like literally everyone spammed that and vote for this guy. I could see why. But yeah, after that we moved on to this guy, which was it was quite a while away. So yeah, pretty much end of the year for 2016. and this guy came out, I think it was Golden Week. Yeah, that's the Golden Week celebration there. Golden Week 2017, and then came out on Global a lot later on in the year. So we had to wait quite a while for him on Global. His Easy A still hasn't come to Global yet. He came with the Bojack celebration, I think. So maybe next celebration we'll get the ETA for this guy. We do currently have, well, we are going to get the ETA for the Masked Saiyan. I expect this guy to be next. So this guy, before his ETA, yeah, he was alright. He was good at the time. He was the Super Int Monotype lead. Attack 120%, attacks effective against all types. That for 2017 was good. Once this guy EZA's though, I cannot wait for this EZA to come to Global because he is going to be insane. Raises defense 1 turn, causes damage, and lowers attack and defense. Attacker and defense 120, attacks effective against all types. Medium chance of evading enemy's attack with 1 or more Rainbow Key Spheres obtained. Plus an additional attack plus 40% with 2 or more Rainbow Key Spheres obtained. And high chance of performing a crit with 3 or more Rainbow Key Spheres obtained. All I'm saying is this guy is on Fusion and Movie Heroes. There are plenty of Rainbow All Changes on there. I'm looking at you, Super Saiyan God Goku. Or even the EZA free-to-play Gotenks and Ghosts. That would be a pretty good combo for this card. But yeah, this guy, the only ones really I think here that changed the meta. Obviously this guy changed the meta when he first came out. This guy did as well. I don't think Vegito blew when he first came out because he was pretty much exactly the same as this guy, almost. But yeah, this guy was pretty good as well. And then actually we moved on to another Gogeta. So this guy came out 2017, 20th of April. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the very first category leader, 3rd of August 2017. So this was the $200 million celebration, I think. Either 200 or 250. I think it was 200. Yeah. Actually, now I think about 200 because I think, if I remember rightly, actually. I can't remember. I know there was a I can't remember who was 150 million celebration. But yeah, this guy came out with Omega Shenron. He was the very first category leader, being for the fusion category. Or if he was on Global at the time, the to be released category. Luckily enough, I wasn't around for those times. He is definitely outdated. He definitely does get like pretty much railed in most events now. He does have a debuff though, which is pretty good, and a great chance to evade enemy super counter, which is 70%. And he has some decent attack stats as well, and great areas of attack and defense on his super attack, so he's actually pretty okay depending on the situation. Once they start going into ECAs for the category leaders, this guy is probably first up. Let me just drop that one for you. This guy's probably first up. Yeah. The only thing is, obviously he shares the same name with the brand new Int Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, so they'd have to make him different to a point where, I don't know, because the new Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is easily better for Super Battle Road and stuff like that. So if they made this guy good for like the longer events, then I'd be all for that. So moving on from that guy, we went to October, so a couple months after, and we had the Majin Buu Saga category lead of Super Vegito. So he had the typical Vegito thing where it's, you receive damage. Damage received from normal attacks is minus 50% and counters, and you get a plus additional attack plus 10% with each attack received, or to 100. And there was no sort of defense. That was the only issue. So super attacks, if you get supered, yeah, you're dead. You're literally dead if you get supered. Now there is such a better leader for the Majin Buu Saga category that this guy is pretty much made redundant, and his ECA is probably miles away, if I'm being honest. Because like I say, this guy, when they go to category leaders, this guy is definitely 1 or number 2 in the queue. this guy's pretty far down there, so I can't imagine us seeing this unit run on teams again for quite a while, if I'm being honest. When he does eventually get easier, he'll be insane, but as for now, yeah, he's kind of chilling in the realms of, yeah. Then we have 28th of December, so this was for, I presume, yeah, so that would have been just after the download celebration, because, yeah, August, September, October, so that was 2 bands after the download celebration, and then this would have been for, I think this is New Year's, I think, yeah, 28th of December, so it'd been around that New Year kind of celebration. This guy launched with, whereas the physical one, this one released with AGL Rose. This one, get the right one, there you go. This guy released with STR Rose, and this was pretty much the rainbow lead for super types. So it was pretty much the same mono leader skill, but when the team includes all 5 super types. So he's actually pretty, I don't know, he still kind of holds up to this day. On long events anyway, he raises attack and defense, infinitely stacks. Great chance to launch up to 2 additional attacks, each which has a medium chance to become a super attack, which is 20%? 30% to become a super attack, okay. So yeah, it's pretty good, and then he stacks every time he does it. And then he gets attack 15 with each attack performed up to 150, so you can actually get some pretty high numbers if you actually... I think the only issue is this guy, obviously, it's with most units, is defense. If you haven't built up properly, I mean, to be fair, I have took this guy into the Legend of Goku event and built him up as much as I can, and he still gets railed by int UI Goku. Like, it's not even, I don't know, once this guy is in line to get an easy 8. Let me just tell you that for free. We only have, I think it's in terms of JP, we only have Physical Cooler, the Super Saiyan 4s, Tech SSJ3 Angel Goku, and Physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks left. So yeah, there's 5 units there we have left, 120 leads. After that, I expect this guy and the STR Rose to get away easy A's, and they're gonna be pretty insane. Let me just tell you that. Okay, so moving on, we do have the year 3 units here, and these guys, honestly, the Vegito is probably better. The Super Gogeta has its uses, but Vegito is definitely better, infinitely better, I would say. So these guys were Fusion category key plus 3, HP attack 170 and defense 130, and the Vegito introduced Patara. I think sorry, Kefla introduced Patara. This guy pretty much is the best leader for Patara. So yeah, the Gogeta follow covers HP. This is I'm looking at the post transform because it's Gogeta and Vegito, not Goku and Vegeta and Goku and Vegeta. So I'm looking at actual Gogeta and actual Vegito. So attack and defense 150 and key plus 3. In addition, per rainbow keys are obtained, and attacks effective against all types. So he's pretty good. Again, has that typical Gogeta passive of attacks effective against all types. Normally every Gogeta unit has that. Loads attack and defense on 18 key. Yeah, he's good. He's good. These guys, by the way, this guy and this guy are definitely underrated. I still think these guys are really good units. But this guy, the Vegito, is definitely better. So he raises allied attack by 30% on his 18 key. Counters with tremendous power upon receiving normal attacks, and with normal attacks you're taking pretty much double-digit damage anyway without any damage mitigation. And then yeah, he gets pretty much the same as Gogeta, attack and defense 150, and key plus 3 per rainbow keys obtained. So yeah, these guys I think are still pretty underrated. Honestly, in their transformed state, I know it's really hard to get them transformed because you have to be like under 50% HP after 6 turns for both of them. And obviously if you transform with one, you can't transform with the next one until you get below 50% HP again. But yeah, these guys transformed. I'd arguably say it better than the year 4. Arguably. But anyway, moving on. We did. So this guy came out actually on global first. But like I said, I'm going by the JP release date in terms of how I ordered them. This guy with a free-to-play unit which could farm up from a base form Vegito and the Potara medals you get from the the Supreme Kai quests and stuff like that, and you get them little purple treasures that you can exchange for copies of the unit plus some Potara Awakening medals, and it was a pretty. If you guys remember back in the day, this is a pretty long grind, but I would arguably say this guy is definitely worth it. Free to play, stacked attack and defense on 12 key, greatly raises attack and causes Mega Colossus on 18 key, attack and defense unconditional, and raises key by up to 10, the less HP remaining, the greater key boost. So yeah, you can see there, if you get under 20% HP, he's guaranteed to get like almost 24 key off. The only thing with this guy is, obviously, normally you take this guy over, say, the physical Vegito Blue into longer events like Legendary Goku event, Infinite Dragon Ball History. But once you do start to get hit hard, obviously you do have less health, and it pretty much gets harder for you to get your 12 key off. And your 12 key is probably your better one, because like I say, you do raise attack and defense unconditionally and infinitely. But yeah, this guy definitely was definitely worth it, and dare I say easy A? Dare I say easy A? Nah. I don't think we'll see an easy A for this guy for quite a while, if I'm being honest. He still is, to this day, he is still really good. Moving on, we got pretty much, I would say, one of the most hypest moments in Dokkan was when this guy dropped with Broly. Just after, you can see here, 26th of December 2018. I think the movie in Japan came out in like 16th of December 2018. So this was just after the Broly movie dropped, and so you can understand the hype that came around with this unit. He led both movie heroes and fusion. Great over his attack on super attack. His passive re-transform was pretty good. Attack and defense 100, attacks effective against all types, again typical with Gogeta. Medium chance of evading enemy attack, and transform from a 5th turn into a Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, and this is where things got pretty nasty. So greatly raised attack for 3 turns, attacking defense 130, and performs a critical hit when attacking. High chance of evading enemy's attack. So yeah, he was insane when he first came out. He's still really good to this day. I definitely say I don't know. I think the only thing that is better for this guy is the fact that he is called Super Saiyan Gogeta. The fact that he's called Super Saiyan Gogeta, and let's see, for example, this guy is called Super Gogeta. That literally makes this guy like so much better, because you can actually run them together. But yeah, I don't know, like this, in terms of all the units as a whole, I think this was the most hype, I think, in terms of like, people looking forward to it the most. And then we got to year 5, like, surprisingly, between end of 2018 and beginning of 2020, there was no mainline Gogeta or Vegito unit, which is pretty surprising to me. But obviously the blue fusions are insane, absolutely insane. I shout out to the video the other day where this is my first level 10 Link unit, and I'm pretty much almost close to getting this guy leveled up. I just literally need, where is it? This one. I literally need, over in a flash, like 2 more levels, I think, and then I'm done for this guy. So these guys, you know all about these guys. Stack attack in the base form, you don't really get to stack that much. Attack and defense 70, key plus 3, launch additional that has a medium chance to become super. High chance of evading enemy attack as a 3rd attacker on a turn, and transform from the 4th turn into Super Saiyan Blue. Raise the attack and defense on 12 key, raises defense on 18 key, attack and defense 77, key plus 5, launches additional attack plus a additional attack and defense plus 7%, up to 77% with each attack performed, and attacks effective against all types has a first or second. Attack in return launches an additional super attack that has a high chance of evading enemy attack, including super attack as a third attacker in a turn. So yeah, plus the active skills. So these guys obviously were insane. One thing I do find quite weird though is obviously 30th of January these guys released. So these guys released for the 5th year anniversary. Where is it? These guys released 31st of January, but the first anniversary was like, yeah, 4th of February. I don't know. It's a bit strange, but I don't know. It's always been around that sort of time. And then we have Tech Vegito. Obviously, same sort of stuff with his super attacks as the Gogeta in base form. Attack and defense 70, launches key plus 3, launches additional attack as the new chance to super attack. Yeah, it's pretty much the same as Gogeta. Sorry. He transforms into Super Saiyan Blue as well. Exactly the same in terms of the super attacks, but his passive is a little bit different. So attack and defense 77%, key plus 2, launch additional super attack, well, guaranteed to launch additional super attack. God, sometimes these passives with it, the wait is so long, just sometimes just, yeah, it's a tongue twister a little bit sometimes. Plus an additional key plus 1 up to 5, and attack and defense plus 7 up to 77% with each attack performed as the first or second attacker in a turn. Launches additional super attack and a high chance of evading enemy's attack as a third attacker in a turn, and obviously again has the active skill, which these two, by the way, this guy and this guy, the Gogeta, probably to me have the prettiest and best looking active skills in the game, I would say, personally speaking. But yeah, moving on from that, we only have 3 left. So moving on from that, we had the download celebration, which came, yeah, literally a month after on global, or about just over a month on global, but quite a while after JP. So this is the transformed version of the Goku and Vegeta Angel card, but again, like I say, with the Year 3 fusion, we're just looking at Gogeta and Vegito themselves. So this guy again, like I said, was the better Margin Booster category lead. Once he transforms, he's pretty good, pretty good. Let me just tell you that. So raise attack and defense on 12 and 18 key. Recovers 50% HP. Obviously, because you have to be below, I think it's 70% HP to activate your active to transform into this guy. Attack and defense plus 50% and 150%, sorry, and medium chance of performing a crit. Counters with tremendous power upon receiving normal attacks, plus an additional key plus 1 per key sphere obtained. Key plus 5 and foresees enemies super attacks for 10 turns from start turn. So yeah, pretty insane. Like I said, his link skill is pretty much almost identical to no, not you. In fighter instead of I don't know, always he does link pretty well with those other Super Vegetos when they're on rotation, but probably better with actually probably better with this guy, because yeah, the only link they exchange is it prepare for battle? No, so which link is it? Because he has legendary power. Fuse fire power still back. Got Super Saiyan coming on me. I'll prepare for battle. First battle. Which one is it? I'm missing. Over in the Flash. That's it. Over in the Flash. So this guy doesn't have Over in the Flash, but come on, that doesn't change the fact that this unit is insane. And his animations as well, top tier. So yeah, that brings us on to the last 2 units we need to talk about. So this guy, again, as you can see, 1st of February, fresh on global, literally as of me recording this anyway, 3 days ago. It's pretty early in the morning, as you can see. So I apologise if the voice is a bit croaky, a bit off. But yeah, this guy is the Giant 8 power category lead. We did technically on global get a Giant 8 power category leader before this, but it was only 130% to all stats, I think, from the Broly and Shadow Dragon Saga. I don't know why, but they could have easily made Shadow Dragon Saga 170 as well. They could have easily done it. It's not like Shadow Dragon Saga is like needs to be nerfed or anything. Come on. Raise attack and defense 1 turn, attack and defense 200, key +4 plus an additional attack and defense 4. You know about this guy. He's just insane. Active skill, counters. He's insane. And that brings us on to, technically, in terms of JP, the latest unit being Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, Zeno. So this guy also came out of the Heroes collaboration banner on 19th of November. Again, he came out just after the Gogeta, but came out before Gogeta on Global. So we already knew about Gogeta's lead skill and everything before summoning for the Heroes banner. So I think on Global, if you summoned on the Heroes banner, you were aiming to summon for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which is what I did. And if you watch my video, you see I pulled it. Nice little plug there. So yeah, raise the defense 1 turn, attack and defense 140, crossover allies, key +1 and 20% attack and defense, and same with giant 8 power as well. So he does become a good link buddy with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I think he only shares 4 links with him, but you do, like I say, you do give this extra key and attack and defense 20%, and he does have a chance to evade enemy super and counter. So yeah, that pretty much wraps it up and brings us currently up to date to every mainline Gogeta and Vegito unit. There is others, but again, they're all like side characters or farmables or stuff like that. So we're not going to go into that. So yeah, going out on a limb here on what the next one will be. Probably a Gogeta that's similar to this guy. So where this guy awakened from the medals needed for this guy when this originally came out. So yeah, this and this for year 3. This Dokkan event has an extra stage which lets you farm medals for this guy, but this one doesn't have an extra stage yet. So I'd assume we'd get a brand new Gogeta and Vegeta Angel, or Goku Angel and Vegeta Angel maybe, that would fuse into this guy, or like a standalone Super Gogeta. I don't know. That's Gogeta from the Janemba movie is what I can see coming next. So let me hold you to that one. So yeah, with that being said, I know it's probably a bit of a longer video, but this is pretty much every mainline Gogeta and Vegito in Dokkan. And you already have my guess being a brand new Super Gogeta from Janemba movie. And with that, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.